E. Hello, hello, hello. Audio good. Make sure we're up. Make sure we're up on all of the different platforms. All right, Christy says we're good. Cool. All right, well then, let's get started. Let's say hello to everyone.
Hi.
Hey everybody.
Everyone.
What's up, chat?
Not a chat.
Monday night. Thank you for joining us on for the video games. That's what we're all here for. We're here for the video games.
What else? Good video games.
Very good video games. We're talking sci-fi tonight. We're talking like existential dread.
Yeah.
We're talking Anairis code. Chat, who's played the game? It's been out for a couple of days now, and hopefully some of you beat it by now. I'm sure.
I got mine yesterday.
Oh,
I still need
hey,
to
come on,
get
you
mine.
gotta.
I'll start playing it, but
You got it yesterday? You haven't beaten it yet?
no.
What have you been doing?
I have work to do. I'm sorry.
Oh, we got somebody's beat it already. Through
Oh.
chat 3. Yes, it's peak. Yes, it is peak.
Damn.
Close
I
enough.
see it.
Hacking to God.
Hacking God.
Go get that guy.
Speak God.
Anairis, if you end up seeing this, I just want to say you did an amazing job.
Nice.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Okay, welcome to the stream, everybody. My name is Zena. I'm with Chunsoft Inc. We are doing a stream for Anonymous Code, like I just said. You might have seen Alex Flag's floating hand there. That is 100% the real Alex Flag. He is not a deep state operative sent here by the Japanese government in collaboration with the Vatican to spy on weebs.
Yeah. He's actually just a hand.
I can't be saying that. What did I just say?
Hey,
A power.
keep that to yourself. I got work to do.
See that whole entire thing about the everything outside the camera.
Reality stops right here. Right here.
So it's a little quiet. 1 second. Let's see if we can get it just a bit.
Testing 1, 2, 3.
Testing.
Check.
Hello.
Gain a little bit.
A little bit more.
Thank you, Faded Mirage,
There we
for
go.
that. We good?
A little louder.
Check, check, check.
We good. Let's see. Cool. Multi-dimensional.
You know, there's always a thing about like somebody trying to like test a level by tapping on the microphone.
Oh,
and
God.
I've always been told not to do that.
Yeah. They've never worked in audio ever.
Bad idea, folks.
Okay, here to talk Anonymous Code. We have the localization producer, Yunaba. We have legendary voice acting director, known for Sword Art Online, Kill la Kill, one of my secret hidden gems, Redline, one of my favorites.
Oh, you like that? Cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hell yeah. Rain Code, of course, our title before Anonymous Code. As usual, there.
Right over there.
Oh, there's...
And of course, more recently, he's joined us on Anonymous Code. He also plays bass and is a big New Order fan and a fan of the Chromatic.
Chromatics, man.
Which I'm wearing, incidentally. Alex Von Dave, thank you so much for joining us.
No, thanks for having me.
And of course, veteran VA. Mirko from My Hero Academia.
Yep.
Kimberly in SF6.
Yes.
Tama in I2, who she described as a hot eyeball.
Yes.
Correct?
Toddy eyeball.
And there's Quiñones.
Hi.
Momo.
Hello.
Thank you so much for joining us today. It's such a pleasure to have you guys in chat, talking to everybody. Chat, say hey.
What up, chat?
Nothing but haze.
That's okay, we got plenty to talk about. Let's see who else is in chat. We got a special guest, Elsa. You guys will be excited to hear who that is in a second. I'm holding up the keys for just a little. And chat, let's get to it. We have a special giveaway for anyone hanging out until the end of the chat. So
Don't leave.
Don't leave.
Have to stay the whole time.
We got some
No.
really cool stuff. We got a soundtrack that you see there. You have the art book, which you all see, and a special file. If Alex can swap back to the thing.
Yeah.
Right
Clear
there.
Clear file. It's super sexy.
Yep.
We don't get this. The staff doesn't get this. It's only for our loyal fans.
What?
That's kind of yes.
I was gonna ask for one too.
No.
Damn it.
You're
not
you're,
loyal
you're, you're not one of our loyal fans.
That's, I mean, fair enough. I
You know,
mean,
if
some
you
of
only
these
beat the
guys-
game,
Oh, I
That's
mean,
the thing. If you would beat it day one,
in 4 hours.
We got the art book. It's super cool. It has like this kind of supreme looking like font.
It's awesome.
Feature bold italic.
nice.
Serious font. And of course, we have the soundtrack. It's super cool.
Ooh.
Totally stacked. So many songs in there. So please hang out until the end of the chat or until the stream, and it will hook you up. 5 lucky winners.
5
Yeah.
winners will be getting the soundtrack and the art book specifically,
Oh right.
and that from our Twitch chat. So be sure to stay in the Twitch chat.
Can I enter the competition?
Do you want? Are you in the Twitch chat?
I can be.
Can you focus up? Can you focus?
Well,
That's it.
probably not.
Can you focus, please?
Probably
Can you focus?
not.
Extremely.
Sorry.
There we go. All right. Let's watch a trailer.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's
Mm.
do
Let's
it.
watch a trailer.
The fact that you've arrived here, rather to this save point at this moment in your life, is nothing short of a miracle. It delights me to no end.
Oh, this is bad.
Alpha start phase 2.
In this world, I can do anything I like.
Step through the stage's curtain. Rip off the mask of the wizard who pulls the strings. So I knew exactly what was gonna happen, since it was my second time through.
Your future is in my hands.
No! Let me go, please!
Momo!
The project's goal was to develop the quantum supercomputer Gaia QCDC, then the Earth simulator Gaia.
The world line might have changed.
Have you seen the fate line?
Our world is fundamentally digital.
Lord, give me strength!
Lamentabile. Plaintively.
If things continue as they are, nobody will survive.
I've seen the future, and this time, I'm in it to win it. It's not game over yet!
I'll do it! Stop whining. Let him go!
You can't defeat me.
Show this old timer some respect. Hallelujah!
Yeah, we gotta do it before 302 goes down. Let's restart.
Game over.
Close the loop. Hack into God. Anonymous code. Available now. Experience the story of the hackers who will rewrite the future.
We are back.
Okay, that was a pretty hype trailer. We didn't get any audio, but like we were all just like reacting, like
Yeah,
live
it's
reacting.
like-
So it was, like, we
Oh
were-
my gosh. What?
It was
Wow.
Yeah, it was really nicely put together.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's super
Mhm.
beautiful, right? I like
Yeah.
just the whole design aesthetic of it, like everything about the science adventure series, but in particular Anonymous Code, I just think is so rad.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's very
really,
slick.
really raising the bar for
Yeah,
visual novels
For
too.
sure, like 100%. You, Namba? your localization producer for this game. Trailer or critic reviews have been coming out, fan response. Everyone's been loving it.
Right?
It's like
So happy to see all those
That's pretty
reviews.
good.
Honestly. Try to, I like Google search like every morning, just to check. I'm on Anonymous Code review, Open Critic, Metacritic. See if like anybody's like posted new things. I watched like a new video review on YouTube this morning. Really happy to see what like everybody's been saying. Positive, negative, wish it was, glad it was like this. Like all of them, I totally understand, and I really appreciate everybody's opinion. And like having said that, like the majority of the reviews been like positive, so I'm really glad.
Absolutely.
And people especially love the English voice.
Yeah.
Right? Like I've never been a huge science adventure guy, but like after playing this and listening to everybody's performances, I'm just like, I gotta get more. I wish we could just go back and re-record everything with me, of course, doing voiceovers. We'll ask AVD to come back and direct me to do everyone's voices. But me as Teresa, like who doesn't want that?
Yeah,
Right?
100%. Yeah.
Absolutely. But yeah, like everyone's been loving it. Yoko, our boss, has said the voice acting is superb. So I think you might have finally gotten her to play one of our games.
Dang.
Very cool.
You guys work really hard or closely with Andrew Hodgson, aka Steiner. Is Steiner in the chat? He said he'd be right here. Steiner, say something.
Materialize.
But yeah, like what was that process like for you guys? He's pretty well known in the science adventure community, of course.
I've heard a lot of things that happen in the sci adventure series localization in the past. Not just video games, but like anime and like whatnot. And I was really fortunate that when we were able to have him, Andrew, as our translator. A lot of things that I would have missed for sure. He definitely like put in like all his like translated text. And we had in-house editor and outsourced editors, both like like checking the work and whatnot. The end product is of course what we see in the game, and there are things out there, or like in the game, excuse me, where we didn't make the decision to do it that particular way for a number of different reasons. But like in the end, I think Andrew just like nailed it. First of all, and I think the voice cast nailed it. The director nailed it for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, he was very, very passionate in going through the script and also communicating all the nuances, like what's happening inside the scene and whatnot as we did the recording.
Yeah.
Well, I had a lot of help. I mean, with you and Steven there, I mean, you guys definitely helped all the actors like sort of hone in on definitely what the subtext was going on there and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I do appreciate one thing, and I don't know if I should bring it up now or wait till the behind the scenes thing.
Let's say for the behind the scenes.
Okay.
We
I'll try to remember.
gotta
remember it.
tantalize.
Okay. Yes.
Are you tantalized, Chad?
Sorry, guys. I almost blew it.
Ruined everything.
Sorry.
It's totally signing out right now. Thank you. Yeah, we're all signing out right now. Thank you, Sander, for your hard work.
Yeah.
I wish we could send you some cool stuff, but like if I don't get it, then you don't get it either, right? You don't get the art book because I don't get it. Yeah, I'm petty. So what?
But seriously, I think everybody did a phenomenal job.
Yeah, everybody, Spike team, you guys were like on point every day.
Yeah.
And I know that I appreciated it from where I was sitting. Kenneth Thompson, our engineer, appreciated it. And I'm pretty sure the actors appreciated
Oh
it.
yeah, because we had so many sessions, but like we would make sure that we were getting the context just right or getting the perfect read, and and then sometimes it's like we would discuss. Like maybe I would have an idea of like where Momo's headspace is or whatever. So I think everyone was very much communicative. And everyone was passionate. Every single person in the process.
Yeah.
For sure, yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
All right.
Just before we go on to our next slide, it should have been me in there. Okay, I could have done the entire game. I could have been Momo.
Foiled again.
I know. It's just, I'm petty.
So you should have done everything.
I should have done everything. That's what I'm saying.
Directed yourself.
Okay, what I'm saying is, I may or may not be writing a fanfic that might or may not be the sequel to Anonymous Code. Anonymous Code 2, Public Code.
Yeah.
Mages?
Very
Hey,
Oh.
I'll voice act myself.
Could there be a code crossover with the rain
Maybe for our potential rain
for the
code.
sequel?
Dude,
Rain.
Snow Code.
Well,
Sun code.
sun code.
Sun code.
All right. Why don't we get to talking about our characters? Let's introduce some of the. Let's talk a little behind the scenes. First off, Max Millman. You were like really adamant about having him be Polan.
Yeah. So when I was assigned to this project, and when I played the Japanese game for the very, very first time and listened to Poland's voice, I just had Max's like image like right here in my head. That was like the very first thing that popped in my head. It's like, gotta be him. I don't care. Like what we have to do to get him into this project. We gotta get him. So I contacted Van Zoom, and everybody else was pretty much like all audition, including Anairis.
Yeah.
But for Max, the first thing I asked the people at Van Zoom was, we really want to get this guy for the protagonist. Can you try reaching out to him and do whatever you can to get him? Yeah. I worked with him in the past on a different project. We had like a decent number number of sessions together, doing the various recordings. But yeah, Poland was just like so Max. That's all I can say really. So I just had to go with them, and I think listening and reading reviews and people's comments, looks like everybody did enjoy Max's voice as Poland. So really glad how it turned out.
Absolutely killed it. Like the swagger, like the overconfidence, the awkwardness around.
That's Max.
You
can do it.
Yeah.
What did you most like about what Max brought to the performance?
The youth, energy, naivete, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and deep down sense of belief in himself / justice, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he delivered for sure. That was actually the first time, I think I told you about this, but this project was actually the first time I got to work with Max, as Max is a lead.
Mm-hmm.
I'd never been able to, I'd never worked with him on a show or anything before where he was the lead. It's just a bit part here and there and stuff. And so the very first day I was outside and Max pulled up and he comes out and we were just like kind of geeking out. We're like, oh my God, we finally get a job. And I'm like, yeah, this is so cool, so exciting. And then we got to work.
Yeah.
That was day one.
And those of you who've played the game already, especially like played through the game, you know exactly how much Max's lines there are inside. Yeah, it took forever to record all those.
And Max is a very busy guy, so getting him in the studio was definitely challenging for his schedule, for everybody's schedule. So yeah, it was really cool that you stuck to your guns and you got Max, because I had a blast working with them. Yeah.
Like just quick mention, but about Raincoat, but Lucian also was that was his first major leading role too for Raincoat.
So
and you were also
the first time I worked with Lucian as a lead, and I've known him for years, and he's always been in projects here and there and stuff.
Yeah, it's just so crazy that you're pulling these guys who just never had these moments into the spotlight. And obviously we saw with the AC, anyone who's played it, he killed it, of course. So
I mean, and both Spike jobs.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
Spike #1, baby.
So who's gonna be the next lead who's never been a lead before?
Oh my God,
Yeah.
Daniel.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I've been saying. Get me in the studio.
Like,
I will do what needs to be done.
it'll be Daniel.
Whatever it takes.
You'll do what needs
I guess we'll create a demo reel.
Yes, please. And then just send it to Mommy at Bang Zoom, and there's probably a couple other places you worked at. Send it to their casting agents too,
Yeah.
because we don't want to limit Daniel's career right at the start. We want to.
Actually, you have to really vouch for Daniel next time. It doesn't matter what the project is.
That's
like,
I'll do my best.
Cast a wide net. And Daniel,
Yeah.
as we spoke of before, do not tap the microphone to test if it's on.
Of course.
Okay.
No tapping.
Yeah.
I am a no tap guy.
And Anairis, I don't know if you could give him some voiceover tips for free after we're done.
you know, yeah, we'll work on that. Yeah, we'll work on that.
Speaking of the person playing Momo, if you'll go to our next slide. Of course. There she is.
It's me.
Anything you want to say? Any
I want to
what's
say,
it on Anairis to you?
So yeah, like pretty much like everybody else in Anonymous Code, we did the audition for. But I want to say we decided on Momo's actor pretty early on. Like some of them we had to get like additional audition reels in to
like
make
callbacks?
more decisions. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think we were pretty solid on Momo. Like once we heard through like whatever Bang Zoom sent us in the initial batch, we said, oh, that's like spot on for Momo.
Oh, that's awesome.
And then the one thing that we had to keep in mind was that Momo spoke a different language from English. I don't want to be like too spoilery here, but yeah, I'm pretty sure that was like one of the criteria when we asked Ben Zoom to look for actors. And I think you did a fantastic job.
Yeah, I mean, I'm Latina, so it's like Spanish and the other language isn't so far away.
Definitely made those pronunciations work.
You know
Very
what was
quickly.
tough? Those ones towards the end.
Oh. Well, no, I mean you handled them like
I know,
within a
but-
take or two.
I was like looking at them and I'm like,
Oh, you were fine. You were fine. I didn't even get that you were like iffy about them or
No,
anything.
thank you.
Yeah, no.
And just a quick reminder, this is a no spoiler chat.
Yeah.
It's okay what we said, but don't reference the line that she would say. I am begging you. Reference that she said.
oh my gosh.
And lastly, we're gonna just quickly discuss our man, White Chang. White Chang is in the chat.
Oh, you're in the chat. Hey, how's it going, man?
I feel like we're always asking, and he's finally here. He's finally in the chat. What's up, dude?
How's it going?
Yeah.
I can't hear him. Where is he? Where's his voice coming?
We love
He's
you.
so hot. Yes. He is so hot. Cross. Let's get an H in the chat for how hot Cross is. But yeah, obviously, I'm a huge fan. He's a huge fan of all our stuff, so I feel like we're always getting in. He's obviously in Raincoat. He's in this. Like, what about him? Like, really stuck out to you?
I think the very first day we had the session with him, he started off telling us how he was an avid fan of the science adventure series.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, awesome!
Yeah.
Because it really helps that the actor knows about the series when they do the performance as a character within the series. So that was a huge plus for me. And then there was a video interview that I was in like back in like when was it like March, April-ish I guess of this year, where I was asked who my favorite character was in Anonymous Code, and I did say it was Cross for the male side.
Valid.
That's cool.
But yeah, I really liked how Mr. Chang did the Cross's voice in this game.
Yeah.
I liked the Japanese voice. I equally like the English voice.
Cool. Very cool.
I mean, I can say that for pretty much like everybody in the character. I mean, all the characters. But still, like for Cross, I really liked the English voice.
Yeah. He came off very cool, Youngie. I hope if you're playing the game, Youngie, are you playing the game already?
Did you beat it day one?
Yeah, did you?
Did you?
I'll keep an eye out for his response.
I know he's got it. I know he's got a copy. I don't know if he's.
He texted me on launch day. He's like, dude, it's out. And I'm like, texted back. I'm like, congrats. So if you haven't beaten it yet, I'm disappointed. But no, I remember in the last day, I know you weren't there for the session just because, it's such a long drive. Now I know how long of a drive it is. But it's and I hope you don't mind, Youngie, if I say he was a little sad that it was over. It was, and he brought cookies.
Oh yeah. Yeah. And I was kind of jealous because he brought cookies, but I couldn't have them.
Well, it was such a. I mean, you could tell that it was really special. Like every day, Youngie, when you came in, you were like on point. And I know it was like, a week or two of just you, like every day or something. Was it like 2 weeks or maybe a little less than 2 weeks?
Yeah. Because
I remember seeing him every day.
Here to LA.
Yeah.
We did like all his sessions together in like one big
chunk. Yeah. And it was, I was sad too. But I loved how Cross came. I loved how you played Cross. He always sounded very cool. I loved the eye roll moments that Cross would have, and the, that kind of stuff over the BMI communications and whatnot. Yeah. So I'm glad you're in the chat, Youngie, so I can say nice job, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, nice job.
It's a very different character for him compared to most characters he plays. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, he usually plays or at least from what I've experienced, like we're both in Horimiya together, and he plays this very goofy character.
Oh.
He's very good at the goofy, so
okay.
It's really cool to see him do cool characters.
Mm-hmm. Always been the cool guys.
Cross is a badass.
Totally. Love him. Alright. So why don't we talk some just behind the scenes, if you guys have like any favorite moments. No spoilers. Well, maybe just a little bit. Yeah, no spoilers, please.
Just a dash of spoilers.
Everyone in the game is a molecule. Oh shit, I just spoiled it. No.
Yo.
That's how sciencey it gets. Everyone's a molecule. No.
Singular molecule.
Yes, just one molecule. That's it. They're anthropomorphized molecules.
But did you guys know anything about like? Were any of you familiar with the Science Adventure series before this
Me?
game?
I don't remember because I did happen to watch Steins Gate literally when we were recording, and I don't think I really put two and two together until like we were getting further along. I was like, oh, I get it. I get the thing. And I think I was like on the second season of that, so I gotta explore that world more. But I really enjoyed that series, and I really enjoyed Anonymous Code as we were going through, because it was just such an interesting premise, and it was just so different. The characters were all really fun and quirky in their own way. So I'm very excited to see you guys see it all come together. One of my favorite scenes was that scene around Christmas time.
Oh
yeah.
Yeah.
That was really fun because Momo was just very passionate in that moment.
Yeah.
And I think I had you guys talking. She was just like really like upset about things, but yeah.
For all the recording sessions for Anonymous Code, Steven and I did it remotely. But I think that was like one of the moments where I wish I was at the booth so I could like watch Anairis do that.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, nice job. Nice job. I can't wait till I get to that part in the game once I start playing it. Anything else that you remember?
Anything else? I think One of the things I really enjoyed was being able to explore like the different sides of Momo.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because she wasn't necessarily one-dimensional, and you guys will see that as you play the game. And I think it was really fun, like exploring that, making sure to get that subtext in, like even when maybe the player doesn't know what
Right.
exactly she's feeling. So yeah, she was just fun all around.
Yeah.
Very fun.
No, you did a great job. You did a great job. You sold her every day. Yeah. It was awesome.
Do you ever feel like you're... Oh, go ahead.
People who played the game or are playing the game will understand, her backstory. But as we worked on the script, we had to keep in mind that Momo was not an ordinary teenage girl. She had like way more experience. I'm not going to go any further than that. And we had to reflect that in her performance and her like language as well. I knew there were like several of them where we thought, you know what, maybe this may sound a little bit too old for a girl her age, but then considering what kind of things she's gone through as a whole, it made a lot of sense.
Yeah, we did that a lot, where sometimes we would rewrite lines to make it sound more like Momo. And I think that was something you and I started picking up more on, like, what is Momo's language or the way that she speaks, so.
Within reason, because I know that you and Steven were very adamant, like day one, I remember, I think Max's first line. It wasn't one of your first lines, but Max's first line, remember? He's like, yeah, can we change this? And you were like, no. Like, no, we can't change it, and here's why. I was like sitting there in the booth going, no. But I mean, it makes sense because the person you hired to, translate, and then the folks that you hired to adapt were all science adventure fans, and so it's you didn't know when there would be a line that would actually be like a trap, where if you changed the tense of something, it would destroy whatever the thing is that is later on down the line that refers to this line and stuff. So it was kind of like,
we were very careful about that.
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah.
Definitely, I picked up on that a lot too. Like reading through a lot of the lines, I'm like, oof, dang. It's not like going back just with other projects. Sometimes we just kind of change things on the fly. No big deal.
Well, sometimes it's like a timing thing too,
Exactly, yeah.
essentially.
Yeah.
And luckily, the only things that were timed were the manga trigger stuff, right?
Yeah.
Speaking of which,
Oh.
yeah. How did you feel, recording those lines for the manga trigger?
Those are fun, because that's when I got to actually hear the Japanese, because for the most part, we were basically doing it like prelay style. I was just kind of reading the lines. And just being able to hear, like, the Japanese actress and being like, oh, okay, I see what she's doing, and making sure to, deliver the intention of the line and deliver, like, her subtext as well as, like, the actual subtext. That was very fun.
And you could also like have like a little picture showing how what
know, the
Momo is doing,
pictures.
so how physical you should be and stuff was also kind of that gave you like more hints than you had the rest of the recording.
There's a lot of intense manga triggers for sure.
Yes, there are. Yes, there are.
We took how much more time do you think compared to like recording Wild when we were doing the manga trigger?
I mean, manga trigger usually took like twice as long, if not a little longer, for sure. Just because Kenneth Thompson, our engineer on it, yay Kenneth, thank you. Kenneth would have to scrutinize. He'd literally have to take the line and compare it with the Japanese audio file and make sure that the time was exact in each part of that file. So if the Japanese actor had like a little break or something in the line before talking again for the rest of the line was adapted to sort of honor that break. But still, we couldn't go longer. If you think of a line as like having two parts, like, hi, how are you? That hi would have to match exactly to the Japanese file, and the how are you would have to match exactly on the end too, because all that, all that manga trigger stuff, as you'll find out if you play it, is all timed. So all those little panels and stuff, and so it was like, it took me a sec though to wrap my head around the concept, because I know you guys were explaining it, and I was like, okay, so it's timed, but what is the manga trigger really? And I was looking at the panels and I was like going, I think I get how this is going to work, because in the script all the panels were there for me to see, as opposed to the ones, and it was kind of like after a couple sessions maybe I finally got around to what you were trying to explain to me the whole time. Sorry.
Some of the reviews now mentioned that AC was a very dynamic visual novel, and manga trigger definitely helped helped the players feel that the quick pace.
Oh, cool.
Where you wouldn't just look at one picture as a whole. As Alex just said, it goes from like one cell to another to another. A lot of times without like a button press, so that it will just go like in sequence automatically. And because of that, we had to make sure that the timing matched the original Japanese line, so that the flow will not be inhibited.
Right.
But yeah, it took a long time, but I think we did a pretty good job, right?
I can't wait to see it. I mean,
it looks great. Like Minor Bone in chat's loving it.
Oh, good. Okay.
Yeah, PLP Kaibi saying it's like one of the coolest things.
Oh, cool.
And yeah,
okay.
It's totally rad.
Yay, us. Way to go, Team Anonymous Code. Way to go.
Good work. I also noticed our old friend Hiro is in the chat.
Oh, Hiro-san.
He's talking crap on me right now.
Damn it.
As is his way. But thank you, Hiro, for joining us. A longtime fans, of course, know he's worked on several projects. But now he's here to antagonize us.
Oh, man.
Is he gloating about his fantasy football team? Because he beat me this week.
He did, didn't he?
He did, yeah.
Oh,
is he talking about that? Is he talking about Tyreek Hill? Tell him I'll talk to him later. Talk to him later about it. It'll be fine.
Oh my
All
God.
right.
But yeah, while we're on the topic of timing, do you see potential in me for voice acting?
Potential. There's potential there.
Yeah.
Potential.
I love it.
I would have to hear demos.
Yeah, I got
As
them right now.
many
Let me
as
pull
you
it up.
got.
Let me pull it. Alex, hook me up, bro. Hook me up. We're gonna play for the.
I'm moving on to the next slide.
Okay, we're gonna talk a little bit about what we have or what's being sold currently. We have these super sexy steelbooks, and they look so nice. You know,
Look at the back.
if you could tell me a little bit about our super cool steelbooks.
You guys can kind of see it on the screen right there.
Yeah.
The people who purchased the physical copies, and if they have the steelbook in front of their face, they'll definitely see the nice shiny what would you say, like metallic treatment of the steelbook.
Yeah, you guys have to vouch for the steelbook right now.
It's very cool.
Our designer put a lot of effort into making the design, especially how like the metallic portion turned out to be. We did several iterations of that. The art itself, or arts themselves, are pretty special too. The front cover done by the character designer.
Ah, that's so cool.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look this up.
The Switch version too. For the Switch fans, of course.
And then the back side is in the art book over here.
Once again, not made available for sale or given to Spike Chunsoft staff, but 5 lucky winners.
It's really cool.
But yeah, there is a little like one thing that's different between the back side of the steelbook and what's inside the art book. You guys can check it out and think about why we did that edition.
Let me scrutinize.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it turned out awesome. I've seen like other steelbook cases before, but this one turned out super cool.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can find it.
But yeah, for stock only. So if you guys want it, make sure you get the physical copy on like whatever retailers you guys usually go to.
Yeah, buy before it sells out. Also available, we have Digital Deluxe Edition. Well, ABD looks for the comparison. Oh, you got it.
Oh.
I do like how the colors pop out more.
We do also have the Digital Deluxe Edition currently available. It's 10% off until September 7th on Nintendo Switch.
No spoiler.
No spoiler.
And until September 15th for stream or on Steam.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I guess you can't get on. Wait, can you still get on Nintendo? On Switch, PlayStation?
Not for the sale price.
Okay.
Yeah, they're available. They're available to purchase.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Long pass.
That means you gotta get the Steelbook version. That's like the only option.
But yeah, that's the cool thing about the digital deluxe editions in the bundle is that the art book, of course, it's always cool to have like something tangible in your hand.
Autographs at conventions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the digital version is made so that it's not just simple like PDF or anything. It's nice and interactive. You can actually hear like characters like sample voice and stuff. Also.
Oh, really?
That's cool.
Yeah.
Or like zoom into the artwork.
That's cool.
And then for the soundtrack,
That's right.
this is its own separate app as well that includes for each of the 52, I believe, tracks. Has the commentary by the composer himself.
Oh. Well,
Nicely done.
Steelbook is gonna have some competition.
Oh, question about the steelbooks. Are these like limited editions? Like how limited are we talking here?
It's like, hey, what we were talking about earlier, you know how like chromatics broke up before you got a chance to see them?
You don't know.
Yeah.
So if you want to get it now.
Like don't wait, guys.
Yeah.
You never know when the chromatics are gonna break
True.
up, and you just never will get to hear Ruth in person.
Nope.
Yeah.
So hop on that. It'll look really great next to all your other Science Adventure stuff.
And a couple chromatics albums.
Yeah.
Seriously.
How many people in the chat do you think know like the chromatics?
They're gonna
Sound
run.
good.
You're
to
saying,
go find out.
are you
about
undermining our
chromatics.
chat? Are you saying that they had never heard of chromatics in the hit film Drive, for
I
example?
mean, that's well, yeah.
Following literally what you said earlier,
Twin
just
Peaks.
like me,
It's
Ryan Gosling.
The last season
Yeah,
of Twin
last
Peaks.
season of Twin Peaks,
they
the
were
first
Literally
episode.
singing there.
Like
The
seeing
chromatics
Shaq.
are there
It's so
on camera. It's like wild. Unbelievable.
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 Right?
Yep, unbelievable.
Yeah, so she knows what's up.
Never listened, but yeah.
She's a fan now.
Yes, I'm gonna listen on the way home.
You're gonna buy all their albums in the car on the drive home.
I'll definitely Spotify it. Just like, what is
Definitely check them out. You may like them.
And yeah, like Steiner was saying, the digital Lux version, like the guidebook, it's like written from an in-universe perspective, shed some interesting light on the context of the story. It's very, very cool. Like you'll get like so much more of an experience if you like have the opportunity to read through it. So would highly recommend it. And again, like as you saw there, just on the physical version, it's a really like beautiful presentation.
Yeah,
it
I
just
mean,
looks so rad.
the art's really
Yeah.
cool.
And there's a lot of text in there.
Yeah.
And thank you, Steiner, for translating all that.
Oh yeah. Once again, let's get an S in the chat for Steiner. Once again.
All right.
Oh, man.
Let's talk about winners.
Oh, is it time?
It's time. Let's talk about our Twitch giveaway winners.
Ooh, who's been staying the entire time?
Yeah, right. He's like the sole survivor.
All right, we're running some algorithms right now to
Run the algorithms.
the algorithms are going full force to
Really?
like
Hacking right now.
Hacking into God right now.
I'm hacking in, guys.
Hacking into God.
Hacking. All right, Mimi has very graciously picked some winners. Number 1.
Alex Von David. Oh my God.
Okay, guys, this is the way reality is like when you don't take a more active role. That's all I'm saying. All right, guys. Hurricane 3 __ you're our first winner. Congratulations. And we'll post all the winners in the chat as well, so don't worry about it. Your name is missed. Minor Bone.
Jesus. its name.
Major bone. No, I'm kidding.
At least they're honest about it.
Yeah.
Kyler Fox 10. Congratulations. Winner number 3. G David 032.
That's me. Just
Where's the G coming?
G Dog.
G comes after F.
Yeah.
Chat is literally shaking right now, guys.
Literally shaking, crying, screaming.
Our very
throwing
last
up.
winner. Again, thanks guys so much for helping in. Our final winner of our giveaway, Neo A. Congratulations. Yeah. So thanks so much. I think we might have another announcement about something. Maybe.
Yeah. We got one more.
What's that? We actually have 5 more art books / CDs to give away. And these people do get the clear file hinted at the beginning of the stream.
Whoa.
Okay, guys. So yeah, we still have some stuff to give away. Take to Twitter or X and zeet some stuff. Go re-zeet. Our giveaway announcement. We're gonna pick 5 more winners to give some, all this cool stuff to that I don't get to keep. They couldn't even send one extra copy. Just one more copy for me.
Dang it.
Yeah, okay, I didn't work on the game, but does that mean I don't deserve cool stuff?
You know,
It means
you
you get to
deserve
look-
it. You
You
do.
get to look at the office copy whenever you want. That's what you get.
Well, it's less clutter in the house, which is always a good thing.
We live in an unjust society.
We
That's
do.
true.
We do.
So yeah, please take the letter. And again, any parting messages before we sign off?
Thank you guys so much for hanging out. It was really fun playing Momo, and it's awesome like getting to sit here with the people I worked with for like 20 plus sessions. So, but I'm glad you guys are enjoying it. I've seen nothing but like positive reactions. So, if you haven't gotten it already, please do. I think it's worth the buy and play.
Oh, I mean, well, thanks you and Steven, who's not here right now. Thanks you guys for having me on board. It was a blast. Reading through the script before we started recording, I was like, oh, this is really cool. Like every day, I was really happy to be a part of it. As difficult as it was sometimes with, just sometimes we just couldn't go quite that fast, but I think you made the right decisions at the right times, and so I appreciate that. And on behalf of all the other actors too, thanks for being so cool. You and Daniel, again, you knew the story like the backs of your hands.
Or Steven, I wasn't on this project again. So.
Oh, Steven! Did I say Daniel? It's a chromatic shirt.
Yeah, it must be. And it's also because I deserve
all the in the world, and one of those things. Yeah, you're not
to
leaving.
God, you're now actually part of the staff.
Yeah,
on
you're
this
not
code.
thinking about that. But no, like you and Steven, like definitely you helped so much. I mean, it was like working with Daniel and Alex on Raincoat, who also, and Hero, if you're still in the thing, you do.
No, we don't talk about Hero no more.
Oh, come on, man! It was like the first half of the thing. No, it's always great to have folks on who respect the actors as human beings and understand that sometimes you need a little extra context to really get what you need and stuff. And so thanks always for everybody in this room. Thanks always for all of that, because I mean, you helped them, you helped me, you helped our engineer Kenneth Thompson. I mean, it's like you helped everybody, and I really appreciate that. So thank you very much, and thank you, Anairis, for like still just like giving 110% every single session. On every single session, no matter what we work on, it's always 110%. So no, thank you so much for showing up every day. Thank you.
This is my second game with Spike Chunsoft, previous being the Somnium Files 2. And I have to say, like, every time I get to work with you guys, it's very fun. So thank you for having me, and also play that if you haven't already.
Currently available on Amazon and all retailers.
What? Any limited edition stuff for that one?
I think it's sold out.
Yeah.
Oh, see,
That's why
limited edition. Get these now.
You don't know.
Again, do not have a chromatics moment, guys.
You might find it, you might not. You gotta get on that.
Oh.
Now you gotta pay $500.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
And before we close out with you, Namba, again, chat, thank you for hopping on. Senator, anybody else who's on here, thank you. I know Senator said, you said I don't deserve the art book. That's cool. I don't hate you for right now.
Right.
You know, if you would.
I mean, honestly, you two said pretty much like everything I wanted to say. But I did want to reiterate that this project probably didn't end up like this if there was even like one person who didn't give their all. Like myself, Steiner, editor, Steven, all the actors, all the engineers, of course, right? And the director himself. I think everybody did an awesome job in Anonymous Code.
Cool.
So
thank you.
Yeah, thank you, thank everybody. Really, really appreciate. And I hope that. Of course, we don't know anything about what's coming up from the Science Adventure series, but
Anonymous Code, Sue Public Code. Maybe.
But yeah, I hope the next in series, whenever that's gonna be, we'll just keep on working.
Yeah.
Oh, fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed, indeed.
Yeah.
Absolutely. All right, chat. Thank you again so much for joining us. We're gonna sign off now. Winners, you will be messaged. Tristy will send you a message. And for anybody else, you still have a chance to win some stuff. These are not available for sale. You can get the digital deluxe version and get them in a really cool way, but the physical, it's limited to only these very few people. Our true fans, our real fans. No fake fans, only real fans. All right. Thank you again so much, everybody.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, everybody.
Have a good night.
Thank you, everybody. Good night.